Hey, beautiful souls, it's Kanisha with Peace, Love, and Faith, Divine Union. And today I wanted to do a quick reading for you guys from just conversations with quite a few of my clients this week. There's just a lot moving, a lot of energy happening. You might be experiencing some deep upsets or maybe some fights with your divine counterpart. And so I was hoping to just kind of give a little bit of guidance and support through this energy before I get started. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. If you desire a free 20-minute intro session, check out the link below. You guys have been eating those up. It's been so wonderful meeting you in person for those of you who have booked that session, and looking forward to coaching with you guys. And also, just a disclaimer, I do not tell you your future when it comes to card readings. I do not do tarot readings. I only do oracle card readings, and I will channel whatever guidance comes through. And I just encourage you guys to be very careful with who you listen to on YouTube, especially those who call themselves twin flame readers, but then they're spewing like separation consciousness, like things like, well, he needs to heal this in order for you guys to come together, or this divine masculine is moving through a lot of trauma and crap and all this stuff, and you just need to let him be. Like, that's all separation nonsense. And so with these readings, I just tell you the energy that you're currently in and how to heal them using the mirror exercise, which is what I use in order to heal separation from my twin flame. I pretty much give you the core blocks and upsets that you're moving through. So if you want a personal one-on-one reading, you can find my link. You can find them in my Calendly link below. And I really do enjoy giving those because I can give you a lot of feedback and information. And I've heard just feedback back. I've gotten feedback that they're really accurate, because there are some times where I get messages and I'm like, I have no idea who this is for, or like why it's coming through this way, but this is how it's going to be. And people are like, you're so spot on, it's crazy. So you would get like a video message like this, I would pre-record it, I would send it to you. So if you're interested, find that below. So let's go ahead and jump in and just get the overall energy for the collective. And then I'm going to pull a card for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if it doesn't resonate with you, don't try to make it fit. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get the energy here. I like to do a quick prayer for support and guidance. So I'm not religious. However, I do believe in Jesus Christ, and I have a beautiful relationship with God. So I love to pray. All right. So dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for helping me be the vessel, a clear vessel to channel this message for whoever shows up on this video. I know that whatever information and guidance you give is going to be perfect for the listener. I ask for just healing and protection over all of us. And I just thank you for the opportunity and just the gifts that you just put upon me, that I'm able to just share this guidance and the channel message that you're having move through me, Lord. And so I just thank you for just all the love and the support that you have brought to my channel, and for those who need to hear what they need to hear, but through my voice. And I just am very grateful that I can support them on their twin flame journey, because we already know that this is not an easy journey, and so we need all the support we can get. So I am here to do that from a place of love and peace, and hope that I can support all my brothers and sisters into their union with their divine counterpart. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so what is the overall energy for the collective? Excuse me, I have children, so you'll hear laughter and craziness in the background. It's a very lively home. What is the overall energy? So it almost feels like the energy is lightening up, is what I'm understanding here. Can I get, there we go. Okay, so we have two cards. So we have blame, which is interesting. I was moving through this energy not too long ago, earlier today. I accept responsibility for my well-being is the first card. And the second one is service. I feel good when I can help others. So with these two coming out, what's really coming up for me is, if you are, as a collective, moving through this energy of blame and looking at places where you feel that you are responsible for someone else's feelings, or that you may have caused some type of upset or block to come to the surface, that one of the ways that you can really service your union is by choosing to move through your feelings and to feel good, but also by choosing to serve others. And so you're being asked to let go of any heavier energies around blame, guilt, shame, anger, and really allowing yourself to really serve God. And the way that you do that is through love. And so you can't entertain a loving vibration and then also entertain blame, guilt, and shame and all those other lower vibrations, because it's a vibration. They don't meet. And so you get to choose. Are you going to take that energy that you're feeling and those lower vibrational energies and just sit in them? Or are you going to transmute them with love and be able to serve not only others but yourself by taking care of yourself, by loving yourself, by showing up for yourself, by implementing self-care, and really allowing yourself to be of service. The other thing that's coming up here is anywhere where you might still be blaming other people or your divine counterpart for maybe just the way that things unfolded or just the way that you feel about something. Again, you are fully responsible for your own feelings. And so when you allow yourself to move through the feelings and look at whether or not you're pointing fingers, I did this for a very long time. And when you stop pointing fingers and you're able to ultimately do step 2 of the mirror exercise. Step 1 is identifying your upset. Step 2 is redirect. Sorry, guys. Step 2 is redirecting it back to yourself. And this is not to blame yourself. It's to recognize, where are you holding on to this belief or pattern within you that is now being projected out into reality and creating your reality. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Anyways, so as you really start to reflect on where this pattern is happening within you, and especially with your twin flame, they are going to always be mirroring to you and reflecting back to you where you're holding on to these beliefs and misalignments. So it's never personal. It feels personal, but it's not personal. And when you're able to look within and see where you're doing that within yourself and then see why they're reflecting that back to you, you can make a new choice. Love yourself there. Let go of the upset, and you will see that upset dissolve between you and your twin flame. There is no upset too big that you can't heal using the mirror exercise. Every upset that I've ever had with my twin flame where I'm like, I don't know how we're going to move through this, every time I move through it using the mirror exercise, it just naturally dissolved and we came closer together. And that was one of the ways that God really truly revealed to me that this was my twin flame. So let's go ahead and see what we have for the divine feminine. What is the energy for the divine feminine currently? Wow. So we won't, I'm not going to take all those cards, but I did see forgiveness and imagination. Can I get a clear message for the divine feminine? What is the current energy for the divine feminine, please? Imagination came back out. Okay. And forgiveness came back out too. And gratitude. So I'm going to take these 3 because they all came out. All right. So perfect. I love this. Especially, like, I love being able to shuffle on camera because sometimes these just come flying out and then I'll say something about the cards and then it comes out anyway. So there's been multiple times where I've put cards back into the deck and been like, okay, I'm not going to take these, and I shuffle again and then they come shooting out again. So like, that's Spirit's way of being like, no, take these. So the first one is imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So for divine feminines, they're currently in a very creative space. I am really getting that there might still be in this creative space where you're still like more logically in your mind. And so it's almost like this energy of like trying to figure out how to fix a problem is what the energy that I'm getting. Like, how do I fix this problem? And the next card is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And so what I'm understanding is how you fix the problem is by going within and not only truly forgiving yourself at the core, but also forgiving your masculine for whatever he may have said, did not do, whatever it is. Or even going deeper and looking at maybe the upset that your masculine is bringing up for you is something that is stemming from your childhood. And so when you can really go into this place and forgive, you're going to find that that is going to heal the block. The other thing that's coming up here is that it's really important to know that where your energy, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And so if you're spending a lot of time in your mind imagining scenarios that are not very loving, or imagining maybe fights or arguments that you've had or haven't had with your divine masculine, they really want you to use that creative energy to start imagining the kind of life that you truly do want, and really start being very particular about the not, I was gonna say images, but I guess images as well, but particular about the thoughts that you have running through your mind, and knowing that that is a garden, that it's really important that you are cultivating really loving and healthy thought processes, and that you are being very strict about what thoughts enter the gates of your mind, is what I'm being told. And so if you're going to use your imagination, I say this to my clients all the time, if you're going to assume something great. So if you're going to assume that the reason why your twin flame isn't talking to you is because they are working really hard to get their ish together so that they can come be the best version of themselves for you, instead of, oh, I assume they're not talking to me because they don't love me, or because they don't want me, or because they don't desire me. I did that for a very long time, and that's exactly what was mirrored back to me by my twin flame. But once I changed my thought process of like, oh, he's working, or he's taking care of family. I remember one time I called him and he didn't answer, and I was just like, oh, like my first thought was like, he's on a date with someone. And then I was like, that's not really loving. Like, that's a really like gross thought. And so I erased it in my mind. And then I was like, he's doing something loving for his family. Like he's having dinner with his family, or he's like helping his dad with something. And then he ended up calling me back, and he was like, I was out like like snow blowing his driveway and his neighbor's driveway too, to make sure that everyone could get out the next day. And I was just like, I'm so glad I changed my thought process, because I could have stayed in this thought of like, he's on a date, that's why he's not answering, and like being mad, and then he called and be like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so if you're gonna assume something great, okay? Like, you're the only one who's entertaining and the only one who's in your mind. And so it's not very loving or compassionate to think really negative things, especially about the person that you love and that you want to be with. It's really important that you start seeing them in a very positive light, seeing them as divine, seeing them as whole and complete, seeing them as the healthiest version of themselves. And also that for you as well, seeing yourself as the healthiest version of yourself, as healing, as secure, as wanted, as chosen, as enough. So really start to forgive yourself in the way that maybe you had not allowed yourself very loving thoughts around your twin flame and around yourself. And then last but not least, for our divine feminines, we have gratitude. Hey, I just sent my twin flame a song today, and it was called Gratitude. It says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Absolutely. So with this being said, this card really feels like having gratitude for where you are right now. If you know your twin flame, or you're like, yeah, if you know your twin flame, like that is something to be really grateful and gratitude for, because it is a privilege to know your twin flame. If you're not quite sure who your twin flame is, like, that's okay. Just relax, surrender, give it to God, because God is going to reveal that to you. But your relationship with God is a direct reflection of your relationship with your twin flame. So really just focus on your relationship with yourself and with God, and you'll see that blossom. But ultimately, Spirit is asking you to really be in this energy of gratitude, and really finding all the beautiful things in your life that are going well. This is something that I recognize with a lot of my clients this last week. Majority of my clients are divine feminines, not all of them. I do work with quite a few men, and they were really having to move through looking at places of looking at things from a place of lack. And I really had to help them just kind of tune and purify their consciousness in places where I'm like, okay, like, is this the truth? Do you serve a God that is full of lack, or do you serve an abundant God? And they're like, well, I serve an abundant God. So why would it be appropriate for you to believe that you're not abundant, or that you're not meant to be abundant, when your source itself is the most abundant being? Like, it doesn't make sense. And so really spending time being in gratitude, maybe starting off your day giving off a list of things that you're grateful for, and really start allowing yourself to shift from that lack mindset to a very loving and abundant mindset. Again, you're the one who gets to choose what now the word is coming through as messages. I said images earlier, but this time the word that was coming through is messages. But what I'm trying to say is thoughts. Be very aware of the thoughts and the messages and the images that come through the gates of your mind. Only you get to control that. And so when you really start to notice those things, you'll be able to just stop them in their tracks the more that you're aware of those things. One of the things that I had to really work through at the beginning of my relationship was like, my twin flame isn't going to want to stick around. And I was like, where does that stem from? It's an abandonment upset. And so anytime I caught myself saying that, I would stop and I'd be like, no, that's not appropriate. Like, my twin flame and I were created together and created for each other. And so the only truth here is that he is wanting to stay and be with me because he adores me and loves me above anyone else, and he knows that I am the one for him. And so I had to really start just reassuring myself and really repeating those affirmations, and then I finally was able to truly ground and relax into it. And then very shortly later, he tells me he loves me, that he wants to do this life with me, and all these things that really reaffirmed my thought process. And so it's really important to be in a space of gratitude so that you can move forward in a very loving and peaceful way. All right, let's go ahead and check out the Divine Masculine energy. What do we have for the Divine Masculine? Why do I feel like they're going to be simple and just give us one card? Just, of course, just one card. Divine Feminine's like, I don't know, all over the place. And Masculines are like, cool, let's just chill. I do feel like the Masculines are kind of moving through a bit of anger. That's just a feeling I'm moving through of like being around my own masculine, being around my masculines, my little boys, being around some of my masculine clients. A lot of them are moving through this energy of just anger and judgment and not feeling received. So if you are in contact with your Divine Masculine, be gentle with them. Divine Feminines, I don't think people really talk about how, and this is not a bad thing, this is actually a very beautiful thing. It's a very vulnerable thing, but no one really talks about how truly and very, 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 very sensitive our masculines can be. And it's because they've spent so many years and lifetimes suppressing emotions and feelings. And so when they do express it, sometimes it's not always received in the way that they want it to be. And if we're not careful, they will start to kind of shut down. But it's not something you can't heal. You can heal those things with your Divine Masculine, but just be very gentle with them in the next few weeks. They're kind of delicate, and that's okay. They're really strong masculines at the core, but sometimes they just are a very wounded, hurt little boy on the inside, and they just need that safety and comfort and security. And so you can send them love, or you can pray over them, or if you are in contact with your masculine, just ask them how they're doing, ask them how they're feeling. And sometimes they'll probably resist telling you how they're feeling, but if you just hold space with them without trying to pry or get something from them, and just let them know that you're here to listen to them, you'll start to see them just kind of open up to you. So their card is Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So currently the Divine Masculine is releasing a lot of judgment towards themselves, a lot of judgment around the union and how they've showed up or how they think things were supposed to unfold. Ultimately, they are just really truly judging themselves, and they're finding it very hard to move out of this energy. This really stems to the core energy that the collective is moving through, which is blame. And so there is like this energy that this fear that they're going to be judged. They are judging themselves, that they really just have to kind of be with themselves at this moment in time. So you might find the Divine Masculine collective kind of hermiting. My Divine Masculine's a Virgo, and he's already kind of hermited already. So like it was very normal. I kind of felt it coming because they're processing some things. They are moving through some deeper childhood upsets, and all we can do as Divine Feminines is have compassion for them and unconditional love for them and hold space for them, and ultimately not take it personally. It's really important to give them their space to move through whatever is coming up for them and really surrender them to God as they move through that process. So ultimately it does feel like the Divine Masculine is processing judgment at this moment in time. It doesn't really feel like he's judging his Divine Feminine. That might be some of the cases here, but if that's how you feel, then I would invite you to mirror exercise that and look at where you might be judging yourself. But ultimately, it feels like they are just releasing judgment in general when it comes to just the way that they show up, how they've been doing life, judgment around their life purpose, their finances, their stability, their security. I'm hearing around family. I'm really hearing a lot around just feeling not good enough, not worthy. And that is definitely not the truth, but that is just the feelings that they're moving through. It's not a permanent thing, so don't freak out, Divine Feminine. It's just what they're currently moving through. And it's really important to not attach or identify with any upsets as they come up or any feelings as they come up, because they're only coming up to be healed. And so as you allow yourself to relax into your peace and into your love, and the way that you can help the masculine heal this is by choosing unconditional acceptance for yourself, unconditional acceptance for them. And that is going to help them move through that so much quicker. All right, I'm going to get some last minute cards here because we're getting on to like 25 minutes. It's been a long time since I put up a reading on my page. If you really like these readings, definitely comment below. Let me know. And you can request like a topic, and I don't mind requests. I really actually prefer them. I try to get back to everyone's comments. I do my absolute best. And yeah, that way I can create more content that you guys really want to hear and receive. All right, Spirit, can I get some messages for the collective? What does their divine counterpart want them to know? So this could be for the feminine or masculine. Oh, wow. Why are you just going to throw cards at me? Well, the one that's on my lap is Twin Flames. The rest is on the floor. We'll get to that in a minute. So it says Twin Flames, your passion ignites. That was wild. They're just like, let me throw myself at you. So yeah, whoever you were thinking about in your mind was like, hi. That could be a confirmation that they are your twin flame. Again, you don't want to attach to who you think your twin flame is until that is fully revealed to you through God. That was something I had to really let go of, is who I thought my twin flame was, because if I would have kept trying to go with who I thought my twin flame was, I would have missed my twin flame. Not that you can miss your twin flame. However, I avoided my twin flame like the plague because I was like, he's not it. And I was attached to who I thought my twin flame was. And yeah, once I let that go and truly embraced letting God show me, my twin flame started to really show me things where I was like, wow, this might actually be my person. And because I was seeing myself clearly, I was starting to be able to see him clearly. And so yeah, don't attach to who you think your twin flame is, okay? Like, allow yourself to release attachment and really embrace just the journey of getting to know yourself and aligning with God. All right, the next card we have is healing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting some kind of like Pocahontas vibe here. Pocahontas was my favorite, but just looking at myself, I like, it was a really odd thought for a second. We have healing. Look at this card, it's so pretty. It says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So yeah, this goes right back to the divine feminines of allowing yourself to imagine your union the way that you want to see it, seeing your twin flame as divine, seeing yourself as divine, seeing yourself as healing, as the best version of yourself right now. What you believe is what's going to manifest into your reality, okay? And so if you're believing negative things about your twin flame and about you, that's what you're going to experience, okay? You're the co-creator of your reality. And so really start embodying and embracing what you want in your life by believing it. Can I get one last message? No, we're going to get a few. Okay. We have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So space is always giving you an opportunity to just be with God. Space is not a bad thing. It is not separation when there is space. Space is needed at times. Separation is a choice. Separation is also an illusion. So you can choose your union in that moment and claim your divine union all together with God and within yourself. Then we have trust, transformation, and then we have transformation. But we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Amen. And that's what I said you can do to help the masculine heal their upset is by choosing acceptance for yourself. Then we have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Yes, like I said. Choose love. Choose to transmute any of those lower vibrational things. We have romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So it looks like you're calling in romance while you heal this core upset that we're all moving through. And as we heal that core upset, we're going to go deeper in love and you're going to experience even more romance. So that is really beautiful. And then our last card is don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Yeah, so really making choices based off of just following love and allowing love to be your teacher and not fear be your teacher, but really choosing to honor yourself and have healthy boundaries and make sure that you're truly showing up for yourself authentically, and you will see that reflected back to you. So if you would like your own personal reading, again, you can check out the link below. It usually takes somewhere between 7 to 10 business days, depending on how busy I am, but for the most part, you should get that very quickly. It is a video reading. I do have an option of a 20-minute, a 30-minute, and a 1 hour, and I do pull from multiple decks, and so I can really help you start to pinpoint some of the things that you're healing through or needing to heal through. And again, you can check out that 20-minute free intro session. See if I'm a great match for you as a coach to help you come into union with your twin flame, or just to become the best version of yourself by healing your patterns and your subconscious beliefs. And other than that, I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. Take care.